Guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys. Welcome to Marian Steps. This is another Angular tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to work with the external API. We're going to fetch some movies using Angular. So let me give you a little preview. So this is what the application looks like. What it is, you type in the name, it will search for a movie and it will bring a bunch of movies. And if you click on the detail page, it will actually bring you the name of the movie, the gender, release, rate, director who wrote the movie, the actors, and everything. What you're gonna need is you're gonna need to get into the IMDb and send your email there, and then gonna give you an API. So let me show you guys. So this is the application. So I'm gonna type in Terminator. It's a cool movie for me. Still is pretty cool. All right, so this is one of my favorite one, Terminator Genesis. So if you click on it, see, it gives you a nice picture. You can go back to the search. It gives you a little bit of about the movie. You can go to the IMDb. It actually gives you the API is coming from here. It tells you about the movie. See, it gives you like a little preview there. So let me go ahead and close that. I don't need to see that. You can go back to the search. You can type in, let me type another cool movie that I watched. There's Avatar. Yep, see, you can go to here. You can go click more details. See, pretty cool. You can go back to the search. So this is powered by Angular. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you guys for all the questions that I got this week about anything that you guys been working on a project. I will thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It helps me continue making these videos for you guys. And thank you for all the support. Thank you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on the project. Let me tell you guys what you guys gonna need. You guys gonna need Angular installed in your machine. All you gotta do is go to the Angular IO, click on get started, and you just got to go here where it says getting started. Go over here to set up a local. If you don't have your Angular, so you can skip to the next part. So if you don't have it, you can do the npm install globally Angular CLI, and it tells you here how to create a new app, but with Angular. So see, it says ng new a, and all you gotta do is copy it and open your CDN like that. So in order for you to run that, you're going to need the Node.js. So make sure you get that. You're going to need an editor. I'm going to use Vscode, and I am going to need also Bootstrap. I am going to use this one, Ngx-Bootstrap over here. I'm going to need that for the application. And the most important one, actually no, Angular is the most important one. But this one here, we're going to need the API. If you actually go to the link on the OMDb API.com, click on API key, and over here, all you got to do is type in your email address. I already did, and it gave me an API. It doesn't take that long. It's pretty fast. All you got to do is confirm. So let me go ahead and build an application. You can build it to any location you want on your computer. Mine is going to be ng. So mine is right here in my repos. I'm going to do ng new, and I'm going to call it movie demo. Let me go ahead and build it. It's going to ask a couple of questions. It's going to ask if you want to go ahead and use routing. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit yes for this application. I'm going to use CSS. I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to take a little bit. So I am going to go ahead and skip to that part, and I'm going to go ahead and close some of these windows. All right. So we go ahead and we got the application built for me. So I am going to go ahead and CD into movie demo. Perfect. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and do ng serve. So that's going to open the application. It's going to open it up in my localhost 4200. It's going to take a little bit of build up. So once it builds up, I am going to go ahead and open it up in my Vscode. So go ahead and grab this. It's going to take a little bit. First time is always does take a little bit longer because it has to compile for the first time. And it has to build up all these. See over here, it says compiling. It's giving you the router, platform, all of these. You're gonna need all of that to make sure you build the application. So that's what I love about Angular. Angular comes with everything, built in. You don't have to get out of Angular in order to build your application. Everything is there for you. So anyways, okay, so we got it. It's running here. And we go ahead and refresh the page. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we got the demo. If you want to go ahead and read more about Angular, you can actually go here, learn about Angular, CLI documentation, Angular blog. So you can actually learn quite a bit. This, I used to skip and delete it, but there's actually some stuff here. Like if you don't know how to create a component, you can. Like if you want to use material with Angular, there's dependencies, run and watch tests, build up for production. So everything is, step by step, pretty cool. Like you don't have to get out. All you got to do is go to Angular IO and it, pretty much tells you everything. So, okay. So now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. Go ahead and cancel C. Ooh, okay. It compiled successfully. Go ahead and hit Control C. All right, okay, it's not working. So let me go ahead and open it up. All right, so I stopped the application. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up in my Vscode. And I'm going to go ahead and do code space dot. That's going to go ahead and open it up. I'm going to go ahead and close this CDN and go ahead and open it up. Cool beans. Close that up. Okay, cool. So I got that. So I got the application here. Let me go ahead and open up the terminal. Okay, so the very first thing I want to do now that I have the Angular over here in my VS Code. So the very first thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and do, create a folder here inside the app, inside this app folder. I want to go ahead and create a component folder. So, and then also I'm going to go ahead and create the components also too. This is kind of like building up the environment so we can work on it. So here we're going to do is ng generate component. And the first one is going to be, of course, we got to create a folder. And this one's going to be called movies. This is the very first one. And I am not doing any testing, so I am going to go ahead and skip it. So I'm going to do that. So it's going to create 3 folders, one for the CSS, one's for the HTML, and one is for the TypeScript. So for the TS, let's go ahead and do another one. This one's going to be movies, and this is going to be for the detail page. Make sure you spell it correctly, details, and it's skip, and it's going to be tests. Go ahead and do that. Again, it created 3 folders. I'm going to do another one for this one. That's going to be, this one's going to be cart movie. Cart movie. We're going to go ahead and on that one, what we're going to do is we're going to use a decorator called input. So we go ahead and inject it from this component to the movie component. All right. So now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and create 2 more folders. So the very first one is going to be models. So I'm going to use models _models like that. And it's going to be, I'm going to create another one. Oh, not in there. So I'm going to go ahead and create another one right here. And then this one's going to be _services. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a service. And this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do ng generate service. This one's going to be services because that's the name of the folder. And I am going to call this one movie. And I am going to skip the test. Okay. That's that. I'm going to skip the test. Okay, that created the service. We're going to need that so we can go ahead and do fetch the API. So, okay, so here we're gonna go to the HTML here. And the very first thing I'm gonna do, oh, before I forgot, I almost forgot to go ahead and install Bootstrap. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me go to the Ngx-Bootstrap. This is a very cool framework for CSS. I'm sorry, it's a very cool framework CSS for Angular. You can use Materialize, but I like this one. All right, so there's two ways to do it. You can use the Angular CLI. This one here, this is the one I'm gonna use. This one here is gonna install everything for you, or you can do it manually. It's your choice. My choice, I don't like to do a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Go ahead and install it. And what it's gonna do is if we go here to the Angular JSON here, what it's gonna do, it's inside this folder here. See where it says styles? It's gonna, oh, okay, so it's almost finished. So here it says if you like to proceed and go ahead and install Bootstrap, I'm gonna hit yes. So it's gonna go ahead and install. So it's gonna add it up over here, all the files, all the packages that I need. It's gonna go ahead and install it. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and do something real quick. Over here where it says tsconfig JSON, over here where it says strict, I am going to make it false. So sometimes when it compiles, sometimes because Angular becomes too strict, and then it can create some errors that makes you think it's your code, but it's actually the strict mode is on. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. And then, yep, see, it already installed it here. See where it says right here, installed to reference. So I am going to go ahead and close this one, go ahead and close that one. And I am going to go ahead and Control A to the, I'm going to go ahead and inject movies. This one, all I'm doing is grabbing this here. See where it says selector, add movies. I'm putting that inside here, inside my main HTML. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do ngserve to make sure I don't have any errors. So then I'm gonna go here where it says movies on inside the HTML here where it says movie works. So now that I have the Bootstrap and everything, I am gonna go ahead and type in some, I'm gonna create an input there. So that way, and I'm gonna use some Bootstrap. So let me go ahead and do that real quick for you guys. Okay, so while it's still building up, I'm gonna go ahead and grab create a div, and I'm gonna give it a class. And this one, the class is gonna be for container. So here in this container, I am gonna grab a div, and I'm gonna get a class of Jumbotron. Okay, and then here I am going to grab a H1, and inside there I'm going to put down search for any movie, like that. And let me give it a class of text center. Perfect, text center. And then here I am going to create another div inside here. This div is going to have a class of search. And in here, I am going to go ahead and grab an input. And it's going to be, this is where you're going to type in the name of the movie and it's going to search it. So I am going to do placeholder, and then I'm going to put down search for movie. Okay, so now that I put down search for movie, I'm going to give it a class so that way it looks nice. I'm going to give it a class of form control. That is cool. Okay, let me close this up. So, all right, cool. So far, so good. All right, let me go ahead and see what it looks like. All right, looks nice. Looks very nice. All right, so this is where you're going to be able to type in the movie, and we're going to use Angular to give all the function and go ahead and call the API. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this app. We don't need that anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one real fast. Here I am gonna go ahead and do, let's see, search movie div. Okay, I have inside here, I am gonna go ahead and create another div. And this one's gonna be called, okay, this one's gonna be called container. And inside this container, what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and grab the app card dash movie. And yep, that's that. We're going to need that. All right, okay, cool. So then when we have that, then we can actually go to, the service here. And I'm here. Well, the first thing I am going to do is actually, no, we have, in order for the service to work, we need to go ahead and import the HTTP module. So we're going to do HTTP client module. Okay. Go ahead and control that. See if I can import it. No, it did not work. So I'm going to have to do it manually. So I'm going to go ahead and do import. So I'm going to do HTTP client module. This one is going to come from Angular / common, and it's going to be HTTP. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have that, we can go back to the service. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to do private because we don't want nobody to access that. It's going to be HTTP client. So now that we have that, so now that we also have that, so let's go ahead and create a method. So this one's going to be called get movies. Okay, get movies. And inside this one, I'm going to need a create two properties. One is going to be called private base. No, actually, should I? Oh, okay. I'm going to call it API. And this one's going to be called a string, and this is going to be the API, the address. So we go back, we see what we got. Okay, cool. So far, so good. All right. Let me see that. All right, so back to the service. So what we're going to need is actually, let me name this one. Let's name this one because it's going to be a URL. So I am going to go ahead and name it an API URL, and I am going to go to the website where I got the API key. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the string here, that's the name of the website. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to paste it over here. And you guys are going to need the API key. See the API key? You guys are going to need that. So I am going to go ahead and delete it all over to here, and I am going to create a second one. It's going to be called a private, and this one is going to be called API underscore key. You can call it whatever you want. So it's going to be a string, of course. And then right now, I'm just going to copy it like that. So you guys can use your own. And right now, so what I'm going to do is, now that I have that, I am going to do a return this HTTP, and I'm going to do the get method. And then I'm going to do I'm going to return an observable. So I am going to go ahead and bring that over here, observable right here, like that. And then I'm going to make it type any for now. So here I am. Let me go ahead and import that. Okay. And here I'm going to use the backticks, and I'm going to go ahead and use this URL. Cool. And then what I'm going to do, I am going to use a search term. I'm going to search for something. I'm going to use Terminator. And then I am going to go ahead and put the API key over here. So I'm going to do this
API key. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer my API, the one I got from the website. You guys can use your own. So that's the API key. And then, cool, that's that. So now that we have that, I can actually go to the component, which is the one that says movie. I can go right over here inside here, and I'm going to go ahead and inject the service. So I am going to do private movie service, and this one is going to be from movie service. Okay, so now that we have that, so this one's going to be called get movies. It's going to be the name of the method, and here, go ahead and create a property, and then this one I'm going to make it type any. It's going to be an array. I'll type any. All right, so that's that. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and do this movie service, and that's going to be get movies. And then what we want to do is, because we're returning an observable, we want to go ahead and subscribe. And we want to subscribe. I want to do response. We're going to grab the response. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and I want to do console log response. And then I am going to make this movies. I'm going to make that equal to response. And I'm going to type search. And let me go ahead and go to the application. And let me go back over here where it says local. Okay, so here, let me see if I have any type of response. Let me go to the console log. Oh, I almost forgot. I have to initialize it. So every time you do a method, you have to initialize it on the ng on init. So I'm gonna do this, get movies, because if not, it's not gonna do anything. All right, so let me do that. Let me go over here. Let me go ahead and refresh the page. Yeah, see, I'm getting something here. I'm getting this in return. Cool. So I'm getting the titles. I'm getting the type of movies. I'm getting all of that. So now that we have that, let me go ahead and go to inside the car movie, inside this here. No, not in there. Actually, let me go back over here where it says HTML. And what I'm going to do here, inside this here, I'm going to do an ng4. So ng4. And this one I'm going to do let movie of movies. Okay. And here, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and grab the movie.title. Make it capitalized. So let me see what that does. Let me see if I get anything. Yeah. So supposed to get the movies. Why it's not coming up? Oh, maybe because you know, refresh this and see what's going on. Okay, let me see what's going on over here. So I'm getting the car movies, and it's getting all right. So let me change this around. So what I'm going to do is let me change this one to capital, because if you go here on the actual return that I'm getting inside the array, if you look over here, it says capital. See, so it has to match. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change it for now. I'm going to make it a div. All right, cool. All right, so I'm getting the titles. Yeah, I'm getting the titles and everything. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these titles to come from over here, from the car movie. So we're going to use the input decorator. So that's what we're going to do now, okay? So let's get on that. Okay, so now we have that. I want to go ahead and do the input decorator here inside this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do the input decorator, and go ahead and input this. Oh, and this one's gonna be from movies. So go ahead and do that. This one's gonna come from movie, and oh, not movie service. Movie. Actually, I'm gonna make it that type any for now. I'm gonna make it type any, and here we have to create the interface. So this one's going to be called movie for now. So then we can actually go to the HTML here, and let's go ahead and create a div with a class. This one's going to be called movie. Okay, so now that we have that, we can actually go back over here inside here. So we can actually change this one back to the app that cart dash movie. And let's go ahead and delete that. And here, what we want to do is we want to do pass the movie, and this one we want to make it equal to movie. Oh, that was not supposed to be in there. So we got to pass it here, inside there. Let's go ahead and close this up. All right, so just like that. So then go back over here. So now, let me go ahead and do that card real fast. Let's go, this card. Okay, here, now that we have that, we can actually pass the like titles and everything. So here I'm going to create a div, and here I am going to pass, I'm going to go with the P, and this one I'm going to pass movie dot the year. Okay, so I'm going to pass that. I'm going to create another div, and inside this div I am going to pass an image, and this one is going to be get image. I got to create a function like that, and this one is going to be, let's go ahead and make that alt, and this one is going to be movie dot title, and let's create another div inside there. So then I'm going to use the span. Here I am going to pass movie dot type, and this one is going to go h3, and I am going to pass movie dot title again. And here what we're going to do is we want to use and pass a button, and let's give it the button. I'm going to do a btn dash primary, and then we're actually going to pass this one here is going to be called movie details like that. Okay, cool. So then let me see. Oh, I got to go back to the TS because we don't have that function, so I have to create that function, that the one that says get image. So get images. So let me make sure I have that. Let's double make sure. Yeah. Get image. So let's go back. Get image like that. So let me go ahead and do that one. Okay, so I created this function. I want to get this movie poster. So let me go ahead. No, it's not coming through. Let me go back to the Vscode here. Let me check something real fast. Let me go ahead and get rid of that for now. So here, what I want to do is I want to put movie poster. That's actually coming from, if you take a look over here, the return that I'm getting, it says the title. So I'm grabbing all of these, like the posters, the image, see? So I'm getting all of that. Yeah, so it's coming through pretty good. So we'll leave it as that for now. Okay. Let's look for another movie. Let's look for Encanto. Boy, actually, I'm sorry, the search is not working. So I will have to go, we'll have to go to the service. I'm gonna have to alter. So I'm gonna do Encanto and see what that does. Yep, okay. So that's, so if you take a look, some of these, they don't have an actual, they don't actually have a movie, like an image on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. So whenever I get, like we don't get an image, I want something to appear there. So let's go back to where it says, let's go back over here, So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a function here. So I am gonna do a if there. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a if this poster it's equal to NA. So that means it's not available. What I want to do is I want it to return. Let me go to the Google real quick. This is what I want to return. Let me go back over here. I want to return this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this URL and I'm going to paste it over here. I'm going to paste it right here. So if there's nothing, I want that to return. Else, I want you to return this movie that poster. Okay, so far so good. All right, so let me go back to that page and see what we get. So let me go ahead and refresh this. And we're not getting anything there, and see why. Let me go back and see why I'm not getting that. Movie that poster, it's equal to that. If it's, let me see why, let me refresh this, paste it down. I don't want that. Let me see why you don't want to work. You're not being friendly at all. And if this movie. Go back. Let me think. Okay, let me look at it for a second. Oh, I see why. I forgot to put the function here. That's what it is. So this here is supposed to be get images, get image like that. So let me go back. See, this one's kind of big, so I'm going to make it, let's make it a little smaller. I think they have a 400. Let me go where it is, right here. Let's make it 400. So yeah, that's better. So yeah, so cool. That's so much better. All right, nice. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and add up the style. So if we go to this folder here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to on the bottom of the video, I will share the GitHub repo so that way you guys can copy it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab so that way we can go back and to the Angular. I am going to grab the style and I'm going to go ahead and paste it here. Okay, so don't worry, I will share the CSS with you guys in the bottom of the video. So that way we can take a look. Perfect. Cool. So that's that. So, all right. So the next thing I want to do, I want to be able to type in a movie here. And I'm going to be able to, what I want to do is I want to hit the search. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and install Font Awesome. So I'm going to do npm install Font Awesome. Okay, so let me go ahead and install that real fast. All right, so okay, so I end up installing Font Awesome, and also I implemented inside the Angular JSON, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and import this. I'm going to use the I, give it a class of search dash search, and this one is going to be, I'm going to give it a 3 times the size. So let me see what it looks like. All right, cool. So that's that. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to go back to my service, just over here. I'm going to go back to the service and I am going to pass, I'm going to pass a search string. Search string, and then this one is going to be a string. I'm going to pass it through there. So that way, go ahead and change this one. So let's see something here. So I'm going to go ahead and change this. And this one, I'm going to call it, it's going to be called search string, just like that. So now that we have that, we can actually go back to the component, which is right here, and we can pass this search string. There you go. I'm gonna do that right now. Go ahead and pass that. Here we also got to pass it, and it's going to be a string. Okay, that's that search string. Okay, so now that we have that, because now we know it's going to be a search string. Let's go back to the HTML here. Inside here, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a function here. First of all, I actually got to give it an ID over here. This one is going to call search. That one is going to be called search, so we can pass it. And here, what I want to do, so I'm going to pass a click function, and this one is going to be called get movies. And this one I am going to pass the search, which is coming from here, and it's going to be the value. So whatever I type here, it's going to pass it through here. So then let me go back to the TS and see why I'm getting this error here. Let's figure out why. Let's highlight it. It says expected one argument of search string was not provided. Okay, so I have to pass it. All right, let me go ahead and pass it for you. Go ahead and get rid of this for now because we're using the click. event. So let me go ahead and do that again. All right, let's search for Terminator. Terminator. All right, cool. See, it's kind of working already. Nice, look at that. Wow, look at that, beautiful. Look at that, nice, nice, look at that. Amazing, look at that, wow. All right, cool, so that's that. So we have that. So now we're actually gonna work on the in the routing. So that way we can go ahead and get the second, we can get the detail page working. So let's go ahead and let's jump on that. So now we're gonna go where it says routing, and inside here, what we're gonna do is we are going to create a path. So here, the first one is gonna be, it's gonna be empty, and here we're gonna pass a component inside. This one's gonna be called movies component, and the second one is gonna be path, and this one is gonna be movies / semicolon ID. This is going to be for the detail page. So it's going to be component, and it's going to be movies components. Wait, no, it's going to be, sorry. It's going to be movies detail component. And here, what we want to do is, we're going to do wildcards. So that way, if somebody else decides to go somewhere where it's not supposed to, it will redirect to the movies component. And let's match the path. Oh, supposed to be path match. And this one wanted to make it full. Okay, cool. So then we got to go back over here where it says the main HTML here. And here, what we want to do is we want to do router outlet like that, just like that. So now we have that. So then we can actually go to the cart right here in the HTML. And now we can actually do a routing here, router link. And the path for this one is going to be this is going to be movies / and this one is going to be movie dot IMDb ID, and it has to be capitalized. All right. So this is going to send you straight to the detail page. If we actually do it again, Superman, and if we click on that, see, it's giving you the detail page. So it says movies detail page. Okay, cool. So now that we have that, we can actually go. Now we have the detail page working. That is so cool. All right, cool. So we have that. Let me go ahead and close some of these pages. Close, save. Perfect. That's that. All right, so let me go to the detail page here, and then I'm going to go ahead and import the service. So I'm going to do private movie service. This one's going to be movie service. Go ahead and import that. And the second one we're going to need is going to be, we're going to need the route. And this one's going to be activate, so we can get the ID. Activate route. And this one is going to be, I'm going to call it low movie. We just want to get one movie here. This one, let's make it movie, type any. And here we're going to do is this. Oh, we have to go to the service because we haven't created the to get just a single movie. So we have to go to the service. Let's go to the service before we forget. Okay, so here I'm gonna call it get movie, just a single one for just like that. Okay, so we want to get just a single movie. So we want to pass the ID, and this one is going to be a string. And this one here, very simple. We're going to return this HTTP dot get, and this one is going to be, I'm going to make it type any for now. Oh, type any for now, and then this one is going to be backticks, and this one is going to be it's going to be this API URL, and we got to pass the I, and we're searching just for a single one. So then we got to pass money sign, and this is going to be in the ID. And then another, again, the $sign, and then you got to pass your API key. Okay, and that's it for that. Let me see if I have any errors. Oh, we got to go back over here. All right, so now that we have that, now we can go ahead and work on over here on getting the single one. So let's go back over here. So here, what we want to do is we want to do that movie service, and this one we want to get a movie, and we want to pass this route dot snapshot, and it's going to be, we're going to pass up a param map. Don't forget to get. This is going to be an ID. And then you want to do is you want to subscribe to it. Once you subscribe to that, you want to pass a movie. Here you want to do this movie equal movie. So whatever movie is coming, you want to make it equal to that. So let me console log, make sure everything is returning properly. Okay, so now that we have that, we go ahead and refresh. Let's go back. So let's look for avatar. Hit search. So now we go here to more details. All right, so now let me go ahead and hit console. See, look, it's giving me everything about avatar. Every single one is avatar. Okay, so I'm getting that. So now I can go ahead and I can go ahead and work on this page. So let me go into the HTML inside here. Let's work on that right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go ahead and get a div. Let's do this one. Let's give it a class of row. Inside this one, we're going to pass a div. This one is going to be, this one's going to be a colon median -4. Inside here, we're going to pass as the image. Let's get rid of that. So inside there, we're going to pass movie dot poster. Let's put here for alt. Let's put an image thumbnail. I'm sorry, not image. We got to give it a class. I'm sorry. Class, and this one's going to be thumbnail. Let's give it an alt. This one is let's do movie dot title in case the image doesn't come through. Let's see what we get so far. Cannot read poster. Okay. Why are you not reading poster? Poster. Because now I know why. Because we got to go back and we got to refresh this. So now let's do avatar again. Okay, so the image came through. So now we see what's going on over here. Cannot read the poster. Okay. Gotta figure out why. Let me see if I can actually get anything besides that. Let's do div. That title. Let me see if we get that. Yeah, nothing, not coming, anything. Okay, let's do turd. Click on that. Oh, I think I know why. Let me go back over here. It's so over here. So I think I know why, because I did never initialize it. So that's what it was. So let's do load movie. I thought I did that. See, I messed up there. All right, see, now it's coming in. Perfect. The movie's coming in. Yeah. All right, cool. So now we go back and let me see. Let me try it again. Let's try another movie. Let's try Avatar. Let's click on detail. Yep, it's coming in. So now we got to continue working on it. So it's working. I know I'm getting an error there, but I'll fix that. So, okay, so we have that. Go ahead and get rid of that. So let's go back over here to the HTML. Let's give it a class. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's give it a class of column medium -8. And here what we want to do is we want to pass a h2. And let's do this one. Let's pass the title. This one's going to be movie.title. Let's give it a class of text center. And also let's give it a text -primary. Okay. And let me see. Okay, that's going to be the name. Perfect. So in there, inside here, I am going to pass a UL. And this one is going to be a class of list dash group. Okay, and then of course we want to pass an li, and inside this li we want to pass the gender. So here we want to do movie.gender. Okay, not gender. So we want to pass. We're going to pass that. And here you want to give it a class, not gender. We don't want to do that. We want to do is list dash group dash item. Okay. So let me see what it looks like. Yeah, so that looks good. So, okay, that looks very good. That looks good. Okay, so the next thing, it's called genre. I don't even know why I was saying gender. Genre. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and give this one, let's give it a strong. And inside here, we want to put gem drop, just like that. Yeah, okay, now we're going to do another li. Let's copy this li a couple times because we are going to change it. So let's copy that a couple more times. So inside here, what you want to do is you want to put the rate. And actually, let's put release. When was release? Release. You can put it in any. You guys can put it in any organ. Like if you guys want to put the rate first, and you can just put organize it however you want it. So then we want to put down here the I'm going to put the OMDb rate like that. So let's change this, the first one. So this one is going to be the, we want to put down the release. When was release? Over here, you're going to put down the rate. Over here, you're going to put down the IMDb rating like that. Then you want to copy this one more time. Here you want to put down the director. Let's copy that one more time. Now here underneath, you want to do the writer. Let me see what else we got here. The writer. Then we have the actors. Okay, I'm getting all of that from the API actually. So if we actually go back and open the console, see, I'm getting all of this right here from that. See, that's what I'm getting out of it. So you guys can see it. As long as you guys console log that, so you guys can get all of that. All right. So we have the actors. So then what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a div, a separate one on the bottom over here. And this one I'm going to create another row. So inside this row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a div, and I'm going to give it a class Jumbotron, just like that. And inside here, I'm going to do a H3, and this one is going to be called the plot. And this one you want to do is, what I want to do is I want to do movie.plot. And let's give it a HR. Okay, let's give it a HR. And then let's give this one a link. So H reference. And I am just going to copy. I'm just going to copy this here. I'm just going to copy the link. I'm just going to copy the link from that. So the name, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put movie dot the ID. So that way, whenever if I want to get out of the application and go to the actual website, you can. So this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a class. I'll show you guys what I mean by if I want to leave the application in a second. Okay, so this one is going to be a primary. And here, what I'm going to do is going to be called view INDV. Let me go back over here to the application. So over here, they said I want to go to the actual link. See, it will take you there to the actual the IMDb. So let me go back. I want to go ahead and create a button here that says go back to the search. So I'm gonna create another one right next to, and this one is going to be and it's going to be a router link. And this one, what I want to do is I'm going to send people to movies. And this one, I'm going to give it a class of btn.danger. And this one is going to be go back to search. Back to search, okay? And let's make this one a router link active. Okay. All right, cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's looking good. So let me go back to the search. Yeah. All right. So let me look for Terminator. Yeah. So that's that. All right. Let me make this one a little better. It's kind of let me put it inside a container. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. So what you want to do is you want to go over here where it says router link. And here, what I want to do is I'm going to create a div, and this one is going to be of class container. And I am going to wrap up the router outlet in here, and I'm going to go ahead and, so now let's see what the application looks like. Okay, cool. All right, that's better. That looks more like the demo. All right, cool. Let me go back to the search, and I am going to put down, let's do transformers again. Let me do that real quick. Let me click on this one. That was one of my favorite cartoons when I was growing up. So let's just click on this one, Space Transformers. So let me go ahead and click on the view on the IMDb. Okay, so that's that. That's working. Cool. Let me go back to the search. Yeah, so now it's working perfect. All right, so now let me put down team. Now that's another good movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this movie, the team, the A-Team. This one too, the A-Team. That's the new one for the new characters there. I love that movie too. So you guys can actually check it out for yourself. Check out the trailer here. See, nice. So you guys can see it. All right, guys. So this is the application. It's still got a few things that I got to fix, but I'm going to leave it for the next video. This video is pretty long, so I am going to go ahead and finish the video for this is going to be part 1. I'm going to refactor the application, so I am going to make a part 2. So stay tuned for part 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and then I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for part 2, more Angular coming this way. Check it out. Make sure you leave on the bottom of the video your comments if you like. If you don't like it, no problem. I care about your comments. That's, I love the support. So stay tuned for more, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, guys, take care.